Right, let's get the tunes on and we'll go from there. And I'll change the related video on this one to the actual stream, because I want to get as many people on as possible. Oh, I'd be ashamed if technology lets us down. Right, let's not have it. Let's not have it happen. Okay, so yeah, Jat, great to meet you. I don't think we've spoken in the past. So that's really, really cool that you've found my live stream. I do this every Sunday. So yeah, happy days. I think basically I'm just pushing the storage on my device or the RAM or something, and it's getting a little bit jittery this week, but normally it's not a problem. I'll run everyone down. Is it just myself and Jat at the moment? I think it is. Alright, let's get the tunes on. Okay, so I think that's a good level. I think I can talk over that that's in the background. Oh yeah. Oh, maybe it's too loud. I don't know. I'll try my best to not lose my voice. So what we normally do in these live streams is go into Property Engine. That's a little bit loud, to be fair. There you go. Quiet, George. I need to talk. I appreciate it's a good song and everything. Right. So yeah, what we'll normally do is first section, a review the week I've just had. 10-15 minutes, then we do about an hour of sourcing, analysing deals, seeing if they might be worthy of sending to my investors, and then we sum up and set goals for the week ahead. So it's only fair that the first thing we do is look at the goals I set last week and see what's gone on. So we said, before I jump into to Property Engine at the moment, actually, just based on the week I've just had, I've had my first proper interactions with actual investors and trying to close a deal. It's been really, really great experience, but I've definitely learned the importance of hiding the address. So I go into Property Engine now, and I know this doesn't fully protect me, but any property that I'm looking to send out to, oh actually there's one more that I want to send, but we'll just try and ignore it for the time being. Any property that I'm not just interested in, but I'm looking to actually put to investors, might actually send an advert out to investors, try and get them interested. That is going to go into this pipeline called Pipeline Confidential, and that's not going to be shared with my live streams. All the rest of these addresses, look, it is what it is. If someone happens to come along and think I'll nick that, I'll source for themselves, well, I'm confident that the way I negotiate and am able to build a relationship with agents should protect me enough from there, that a property that, for example, this one, HA9, whatever, I've already built a good relationship with that agent, and I'm not going to be sharing anything in these live streams that goes into the exact, perhaps the exact details of the breakdown of figures, although I have done in the past. I'm just going to be a bit more careful. So if we think, oh, this one's probably an interesting one, we've got comparables here, comparables there, I'm happy to do that on these live streams, and just show you how I work like that. I've gone down to 730k. So that genuinely might be one that's interesting, because last time I checked it was at 780. So yeah, that could be really interesting. Anyway, so. But we have got a property. The property I've been working on this week is now in Pipeline Confidential. That's literally been presented to investors, so I'm not going to be sharing that on today's live stream. Cool, good to clear that up. The goals I said last week was analyze NW10. I haven't done it basically because I've been so absorbed in that other deal. So absorbed in it. Oh, and this is fun. This is really interesting. Sorry, the last time I looked at this one, it was so ugly. It had been kind of, the floor had been done, but there was this weird brick effect here, and oh, they've finally completed the flip on it. Again, not brilliant. That's sort of not great quality here, but they've they've done as good as they could, maybe with a limited budget for the flip. I think that becomes less interesting to us actually, because that's what I would have done with it if I presented it to an investor. It's got the dormer. Yeah, what it looked like in the past. You can check out livestream 3 or 4, I think it is. Had all this. It was like modern but a weird style. I'm actually going to remove that from the pipeline therefore, because I don't think there's anything to play with there. Still on the market, but what else could we do with this? Right. There was a lot of history with it, but for now I think that's most likely to sell. You know, if it ever gets reduced again, it will pop back into my my thing. So which one did I want myself to analyze? NW108. Oh, it was this one. Yeah. Should we do that today? Perhaps we can do that today. Again, I normally actually make a plan. A bit more of a plan. Today it's kind of the last one, winding down before Christmas. All the agents are going to pack up in a couple of days anyway. I'm still going to work on the business over Christmas, but perhaps less on the sourcing side. Okay, so what else so maybe we'll do that today. Maybe I'll analyse that property today. What else did I say last week? I wanted to keep on top of the email searches that I didn't do because this deal just took priority. But that's what we'll do actually today. I wanted to look at an option-free period in the lease option analyzer. Yeah, so last week we looked at lease options. Sometimes in lease option, an option-free period can be negotiated into the deal, and that wasn't actually linking up on my spreadsheet too well. So we'll look at a few lease options today, I think, if we have time. But that was mainly last week, just looking at those, so you can check out last week's live stream. No, you can't actually, because for confidentiality I shared the address of that property that we're in negotiations on now. I privated that video since. If it all goes through, or if it all doesn't go through, I can then make that video public again. I'm definitely writing down this one's gone to 7:30 though. That's interesting. That's really interesting. What else did I say? One more thing. I set a goal of look into lease options and how to buy them at the end. Yeah. So I can. Yeah. So most of the deals that we looked at last week with lease options, they all kind of worked initially. But in terms of actually enacting the option and buying the property at the end, they didn't tend to work. I'm going to just leave it there because we have Jat who's going to get completely alienated and disillusioned if I keep talking about complicated stuff like this. And we have, by the way, that chat did not stay up for some reason. So am I allowed to have a pop-up chat when I go on other things? Because we've got some more people here. Hello. Right, so I've finished summarising my goals for last week, and I didn't do it. And essentially, normally I'd have more of a summary, but is that Mariah Carey one that you said, Jack? Let's go. Essentially, my summary of the week, so I was really working really hard on this one deal. But that's not the topic of today's stream, so let me just test. So I want to have this chat in the corner. And then I want to like go over here. No, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. And it actually, everything freezes from there. Sorry guys. I'm going to just keep reminding myself then to check the chat manually. Because that completely, my laptop hates it. I'm literally like, still frozen. That's not good. Okay, anyway, I'll write down these things. And you can just listen to Christmas songs until my laptop wakes up again. Literally frozen. But yeah, appreciate Jack joining the other two. Sorry, I can't read your name right now again. Yeah. But appreciate it. Alright, so goals to carry forward from last week. NW10. to buy out this option. Okay, we're there again. Yeah, that pop-out chat thing really disrupts the stream. So I'm just going to restore the chat here. Okay, great. I can say hi all. I can say hello again. Now, as we've got people on, you know what I normally do, right? We've had a like. Thank you very much. I'll take it. Any song requests? We'll do a Q&A in 45 minutes time. I'll do my normal live streams. I analyze deals for an hour. I'll say 45 minutes this time. So I'll set a timer on that now. So we have Q&A. So yeah, please stick out for that. But honestly, if you want to ask a question at any point, I will keep checking the chat. So yeah, if you want to ask a question now, it's fine. Right, let's go. Michael Bublé, great. Let's go with you. Email searches linked to this option free period on the analyzer. Yeah. So I think we're done with last week. Let's get on with this week's stream. Okay, so I've explained about the confidential side of things. First thing we're going to do this week is we're going to, and this is how I search for properties. I don't search for them; they come to me. So I've got here property engine, 15 emails to look through today. That's excellent. And this is the leads that I get on properties, and I just filter through these emails to see if they look like they should go into my pipeline. I should be interested. I should say I'm interested with them or not. And again, yeah, that's not exposing me to anything really. We're just going to have a look at them, see what the comparable properties are, so whether they could be upvalued, and remember, I'm doing a sister sale strategy, so don't need to worry about, or even lease options, don't need to worry about stamp duty, so there's more margins. Okay, I want to look at these comparables. So you know, if the refurbishment, if there's a 200 grand uplift and the refurbishment is about half of that, normally that wouldn't work, would it? Because then you'd have to pay some stamp duty, and then it would all these things, capital gains tax. For me, that's fine. If refurbishment is 50, uplift is 100, that might be a deal. Okay, that might well be a deal. Okay, let's get into it. So let's go. Am I don't know if I'm audible. I hope I am audible. I hope you can all hear me. Also, okay, so last thing I'm going to do as well is just open up what am I going to open up? I'm going to open up this one. Just going to open up I'm gonna look. Yeah, this one. Alright. Open this one. So when I'm going through my emails, I've had saved searches. Again, you can watch, I think it's live stream. Don't know, one of the, can't remember now. I should probably surely know my own content better. And there's one of the live streams, I think it's either 5 or 6, where I go into how I've set up these searches, and basically I want to filter out the bad searches. Searches give me notifications when anything changes with the properties within those searches, and I've already excluded the red ones here, and I'm just reporting to myself which searches are giving me quality, right? Okay. Okay, so as you see here, reduced recently listed. That is a search that I've made for myself when a property is reduced, but quickly. You know, it's gone on the market and then quickly has been reduced. Tends to be quite a good good one for me. So this is 8. You see, from 7, I've got 2 quality ones so far this month. So you know, it's good to systemize everything, right? So this has been it's just 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Okay, just checking my performance was smooth. Okay, so interesting. Yeah, it's definitely not modernized. Yeah, definitely could be more modern. So there's definitely room for improvement there. Difficulty is that is not a nice view. So, you know, looking out onto those blocks, not the greatest. There's definitely going to be a ceiling value of the street. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look to see sort of how high this ceiling value really is. So it's been reduced quickly since right, it's reduced recently because it came back on the market on December, but that's only because the sale fell through after a couple of months, so that doesn't make it more interesting. But have to say that, well, it could be because there's just nothing in it. So let's have a look. I'll just go 12 months, and I want to be within a half-mile radius. Dealers Club criteria, and I think it does make a lot of sense on the whole. Okay. So, oh, and I just need to remind myself of how big that property was. It's 125 square meters. So we're looking for 125 square meters, and what is the value? You can't compare apples and oranges. Speak jolly, deck the halls with boughs of pine. There's nothing really that's close enough to 125 meters here. There was this one that's 107, but again, I don't really think that's close enough. And it's 620, which is, I think, what this property is marketed for. Or in fact, it's marketed for 630. So, all right. Now, what we can do is be slightly flexible and say, well, what would a 4-bed do? No. I didn't mean no limit. I meant 3 to 4 bed. 4 here. What could a 4-bed do? Because then you're getting the size of the property, and you know, could a 4th bedroom be added into ours? Maybe. So with this increased size, we've got 1 at 675, 1 at 640. Again, 125. That is comparable. 126 and 128, but unfortunately that's it. So this property has no comparables. So in terms of the quality of it, no, that's not quality. So I've put in here the quantity 8, another one, not quality. Repeat just means if 2 different searches have come up with the same results, same property, which happens quite a lot. In fact, reduced new property into the search because it's just met the criteria. Removed property, that's the one I actually at the start of this stream just removed because I can see it's now being refurbished to a standard that I want to do. Negative equity, this is looking for lease options, so down here's another one here. Okay, so because I've already dealt with this, I'm not going to add it into the stats. Let's look at this one. So someone's in negative equity. It's been removed. Right. Hello. A little bit slow. Of course, yeah, I'm streaming. It's a good time to go back to the chat. Anyone? Anyone? No one here at the moment since that. Live chat. Yeah. Okay, is this loaded yet? It has. Okay, so they're on negative equity, but it's been sold subject to contract. Okay, so they have agreed something for it. Hopefully, it's going to settle their debts or anything like that. Looks lovely. Floor rustic. Maybe some people like that. I mean, personally, I would want to change that, but apart from that, looks lovely. So we're not adding value from that. It would be more the rental yield, and I'm not so sure. So yeah, let's not dwell on it too much. But that is interesting that in December 2016 it sold for 1.27 million. So wow, that is a proper deal. But there's no comparables, so that's all right. Let's leave it for now. Not quality, but interesting. Interesting to see how people in negative equity do sell for a lot less. Okay. Don't even know this song. You know the song?
This one?
Yeah.
Oh.
No. Sounds nice, smooth and romantic. Talking to a snowman though, but some people have a cold heart, I suppose. Right, this one. Did it say removed? Reduced property. Okay, great. Great to know. Oh yeah, no, I do know it. I do know it as well.
Yeah.
Who sings it? Paloma Faith, I think. Good. Right. For sale by online auction, I don't tend to deal with these. 11th of the 12th. Aha, okay, interesting. So it didn't sell at auction. It's already in my pipeline, this one, and it didn't sell at auction. So that's very interesting. So I would say, what was the search? Was it auction only? Auction only. We've got another one there, and I say that is quality, and I think we might start looking at this one a bit more seriously now. Because it's been reduced, it's not sold at auction. Major work is needed, as you can see. So yeah, that's quite interesting, isn't it? Right. So yeah, cool. And it's already in the pipeline. So yeah, something we can analyse. At this price, it might make a lot more sense. To be fair. Initially it was on 7 or 7.35 or something, and I think we might already have comparables on it. Let's see. Let's see if we have any. So it should be here if we. Okay, let's run through the comparables now. Then, if I didn't save them last time, let's go through them again. So I looked within the last 12 months, like I'm saying, dealers club criteria, half a mile as well. Let's see if there's anything. It actually looks quite limited there. Our square footage is 122. So again, it's quite a large 3-bed property. But this one's an acceptable comparable, I would say. 113, 0.1 miles away. I'd say that's more than an acceptable comparable. And this has been, I mean, that's perfect, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. You can see it would have been an older property. You can see there they've just added in a joist or whatever you call it, structural thing. And they've also, wow, no, it's not just that, I think where it slopes here, I think that's a 3-metre side extension. They might have had planning on it. So this is big time. Would it be a 3-metre side though? Because I don't think there'll be room there. Right next to the other property. Might not be a side extension. Oh, I see, but it is, because that's the rear extension that has a bit on the side. just slopes because maybe that's just how they wanted it designed, to run the water off and all of that. Yeah, I mean that's beautiful. That would be the top ceiling value. And so recently, that would be the top ceiling value of this one. I think it's fair to say, if we were able to sell it, even though it's a little bit smaller, but I think that's a fantastic result for that property. Beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so that's one comparable. Quite high end, but yeah, isn't that what we would do? You know, a high end comparable. Right. Okay, so a high end refurbishment. So this one, 121 square meters. You know, right on, and yeah, a very nice refurbishment as well. Yeah, wonderful, and kept the old tree. I like that. Great, so we'll also save this comparable because I think that's appropriate as well. It's gone for 965. Okay, so again, we're looking at that as a ceiling value, 965. But you know, May 2025, the property market then is kind of dipping a little bit. So 950, maybe 900 would be the conservative estimate for our property. But it's on at 655, so that is quite interesting. All right, so not presented to any investors yet. But that is quite interesting. Yeah, it's definitely quality, as I've put in here. Ideally, you want 3 comparables, right? But these are just too small. So 2 solid comparables there, and potentially we can get an agent valuation as well. But this one is so close. I know it's smaller, but it's actually been sold for more. So, you know, the fact that our property is bigger, and if we have comparables that are at 950, whatever, this is 999,999. Yeah, I actually said that right. Then, you know, and it's sold for that much. Can't think why, to be honest. I mean, it's a nice style of decor, but it's not actually the most modern. Like, that kitchen looks maybe 10 years old. But yeah, it's nice, isn't it? And some people, you know, if they're and actually the garden's worse as well, isn't it? Strange that went so highly, but it can be a combination of factors. A fantastic agent, which is great. It can, you know, perhaps it's a fantastic agent, a buyer that was really motivated as well. So that's another comparable. And the great thing is, it's 20 square meters smaller than ours, isn't it? You know, I'd much rather be on the smaller side than comparing to something larger and say we can achieve what the larger one has. Yeah, not realistic, is it? So. And our 122, maybe our own agent has inflated that, because they can do that. They can sometimes inflate it. So, yeah, I think that's fair. I think we've got 2 super duper close, maybe just the next street, and then 1 1.35 miles, not too bad, and gives another context of the area. So, yeah, I think that's great. I think we've got 3 solid comparables there. If I just run it through a quick, is this a calculator? No, it's not. Well, that's Christmas. It's quite a screamy song, this one. So if we put it in here, we go 960 plus 965 plus 999 equals this. Then we just divide it by 3. So, you know, we're actually looking at 975 end value, are we? Potentially. Let's bear in mind the market, 950, 925, 900 at the absolute bottom would be our conservative comparable price. But I'll put it in at 975. And yeah, really excited. It's already in my pipeline now. It's been reduced. Now we've got the comparables sorted. That's really exciting. It's great. It's great. This one might be in the confidential pipeline come next week. Who knows? Who knows? You know, I mean, if you're watching this to seal the deal, but at this stage I don't really need it. But because you know, I know how to negotiate these assisted sale agreements. So, you know, confident in that, and also no one's watching. Confident in that as well. Let's check the chat again. Please don't sing. We know that Paul's on now. He's saying please don't sing. We absolutely know he's here. Paul.
So mean.
Yeah, Paul loves it. Paul loves it. Good banter. I've asked him if he's got any song requests. Paul, I will be checking the chat this time, don't worry. What? Give it away? Gave it away. It's interesting. It has like a little crown, number 2. Is that the person who's the most active on the stream? I don't know. Anyway, let's encourage people to come along here, Paul, so it's not just so I don't have to sing for Ascension. He's gonna stay this time. Alright, great. Good. Okay, excellent. I'll keep checking the chat then, just because I know that. A pen?
I want to do my match party.
Great catch. Oh, this Christmas song sounds way too American for my taste. Oh, I think it's from a... Is it from a Disney film or something? I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely an American kind of rock thing. Right, anyway. Only port EPC. I don't really know why I made this search. I don't think it's going to really yield me much. No, apparently it did last week. Last time I did it. Wow, that is absolutely disgusting. And if you want that for 810, it's difficult, isn't it? So, do you want an ugly duckling on the outside, but actually really nice on the inside? Yeah, it needs a new kitchen, but inside on the main is alright, isn't it? Would need a new kitchen, bathroom. I know it's modern, but I don't like it. Like modern as in like it's not terribly old, but still don't like it. That would need to be new. This one as well. Yeah, not terrible, but yeah. Anything else fine? Kitchen, no, but everything else fine. But Jesus Christ, so there is one of them. You know, you can't really change the exterior much of this type of property, can you? Anyway, so and apparently it's got a really poor EPC rating. Oh. Oh, that's Kermit the Frog character. So don't know what film is it from the Muppets? I don't know. Says this property is no longer on the market. This property's been removed from the agent. Right. So this is what this means is if it's interesting to me, I want to find out why it's been removed because it doesn't say sold or anything. And you know, agents have a choice whether they want to market it as sold or just removed. So let's look at the comparables. I think on this one. You can't improve the end value much. My instinct is it's not worth it at all, to be honest. Because no matter, even if you have a new kitchen bathroom, it just looks like a hole from the outside. New kitchen bathroom would need itself a 900. Who's going to pay 900 for in this market? No, so I'm not actually. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this one. It's just. Could I justify saying to an investor, "Oh, look, it's lovely property. This could definitely go for this high on, you know, based on X, Y, and Z." No, it looks crap. So let's not bother with it. Reduced recently listed. Yeah, I like the search. Oh, by the way, just need to remember. The last searches we just came off, right? Which was these two. We can now delete, right? We don't need them. I want to keep everything clean. Okay. That's a good song. It's alright. Sorry, don't sing. Yeah. Wow. Don't care. Cool. Paul said he's staying, so you know, that means I can sing, and he's still going to stay. Right, well this looks like an absolutely lovely property. Just in need of modernisation. Was that a deer? Whoa, hello. Christmassy. Christmas episode. There's a reindeer on the wall. Let's go. Genuinely, this looks really, really nice. But it looks like it hasn't been touched since it was built. To be quite frankly honest with you. So it's that's cool. Updated throughout, yes it is. Stanmore, lovely area, goodness me. 4 bedrooms, yeah. Okay, I like this one. Just on first impressions, I like it. Much preferred to the last one. Well, let's have a look then. let's have a look at the comparables in the area. Got to bear in mind the exterior. It's not like the prettiest exterior. It's quite like I said, it hasn't been touched since it's built. I imagine that was 70s, 80s. So you know, it's not a classic build, but so I think there is a limit on the end value just based on aesthetics. But blimey, it's huge, 195 square meters. If it had a modern interior, I think that's got great potential. 195 square meters. So that's like this one. However, I have to say that's a more old, classic, attractive build. So I have to bear that in mind. Like this is just more beautiful, isn't it? More English, more classic than the one we were looking at. But I still think we could get close with a similar sort of interior. Garden's a bit bigger as well, so you know, bear these things in mind. But yeah, it's lovely. Imagine owning that in London. I mean, you are doing well. Owning that in London. So where we could all be soon. All right. So it's off 1.5. Cool. Yeah, I don't have a problem putting that as a comparable at 1.5, but just with sensitivity, and yeah, it's not really. You know, the actual building is much nicer. So you know, 1.3 from that, I think, and the garden as well is fair. Right, another one. 193 square meters. Again, yeah, property's nicer. I have to say though, it's not like that's an old build, it's just made to look in the style of it. In fact, I think that looks like one of those new build developments that's trying to make itself look all classic. Which means, you know, it'll have better EPC. I think, was this a poor EPC one? Or, no, it was reduced recently listed, wasn't it? But anyway, look, this one, another 1.5. August 2024. Okay. Yeah, have I done 24 months? I don't know. My bad, I didn't change it. I didn't change it. When was this one sold? Please say it's sort of recent. September 2024. No. That's, yeah, unsave it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Just need to remember my procedure. I wish it did it by default. I think that is property inside possible inside Property Engine. I have messaged the guy who makes it. Maybe I should be a bit less lazy and just figure it out for myself, but because he hasn't got back to me yet. Anyway, right, okay, cool. Okay, so here we go. Last 12 months. Yeah, we're gonna have far less comparables now. God damn it. Okay. Okay. No, so now this doesn't meet Fontaine's criteria, but I'm still interested. I have a pipeline for these type of deals. It's rather creatively named No Comparables, because I think this is great property, but it's got no comparables. Let's be honest. Right, so we're going to add it, and it was reduced recently listed, wasn't it? So fantastic. Good to know where it's come from. All right, let's move on then. Because yeah, 900k, and I think we could probably achieve 1.3, but I'm basing it on vibes. So I think that's potentially great. It's nice, isn't it? It just needs. Just needs something. And I feel, is it a probate? Chain free. Don't often advertise it's a probate, but it's chain free. So. Okay. Backing onto Stanmore Golf Course. I mean, that's nice, isn't it? Yeah, it's nice. It could be annoying if golf balls keep popping into your garden. Perhaps that's why it's a probate. Golf balls to the head. Very dear. Temple Wood should be Temple Doom. What? Knock it down and rebuild it. Well, to be fair, if you had the money, that's probably what you'd do, because the location is flipping fantastic. But yeah, it's not the nicest sort of structure in build. But yeah, that's a builder's answer, isn't it? Just Stargate, give me a job. Paul, that is such a builder's answer. Good stuff, mate. Wonder if there's anyone. Oh wow, car's something newer than the house there. One of those electric little bugs. Peter. I disagree. I want to go. This is not a Christmas song. This is like what is this? A nonsense Christmas Sabrina Carpenter. I think she's quite popular these days. Typical song these days. It's 2 minutes. No one's got any attention span, and it just sounds the same. Let's skip it. Step into Christmas, Elton John. Yeah, that'll do. See, this is better than this modern stuff. I'm only 21, by the way, but I don't like modern stuff. I actually like modern electronic music, but I don't like pop. Alright. What am I doing? What am I doing? Just casually messaging. Come on, let's do the rest of the stream. Alright, so this has been reduced. What was the search again? It is back 5 mile minimum. Alright, so this means like a couple of times it's gone back on the market. Okay, so I'll pop it there. Quite often we get some decent quality from this, so let's have a look. Alright, so it's fairly well modernised, apart from the kitchen. Isn't that a shame? So that's where you change it. You literally just go in quickly, improve the kitchen, right? And then maybe it'll sell. Do you know what I mean? It's like, that's just a bit dingy. Maybe change layout, but I'll probably know when we mark it. Okay. Alright, sold, subject, okay. Alright, we'll wait for it to come back to us then, no point wasting time. Oh yeah, I need to get one removed. One reduced, okay, this one won't be sold. So that comes with the next verse. Cash only unreduced, yeah. Which last time gave us a great property. Oh, it's this one again, right. Cash only has been reduced. I suspect it might well be a probate, but it has been cleared out very nicely. But possibly there's source of the probate out. Right, so this one is also. We got that cash only and reduced. We don't. Okay, cool. Only and reduced. I'm going to say that is a problem. That's probably why no one's joining. Right, okay. Save changes. Oh, don't tell anyone I'm singing, please. No one will join. What are you doing? Right, so like I was saying, so this one was cash only reduced. And we have to do here, is it quality? Well, yes, it is. Again, and is it repeat? Yes, it also is. So perhaps the sort of cash only reduced can be a lot of properties, to be fair. But no, that's great. Oh, hang on a minute. I made the new thing of cash only reduced, but did I actually label this property as such? No, I did not. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Right, perfect. Let's move on. Next one. Please. I think this is duplicate again. Back on 3+. Yeah, so again, and it's not quality. So it seems like This is the one I was debating last month. Do I track the properties that are back on 2 times, or do I only track them when they're back on 3 times? Depends how much I value my time, to be honest, because I've literally wasted the time clicking on the one before that was back on 2 times, because it was only ever going to also appear in this filter as well. So yeah, perhaps I'm going to cut that one back. Alright, so we're getting somewhere. How much longer have we got on the 45 minutes? Because 10 minutes. Alright, cool. Peter, good guy. Amazing. Right, just having some fun in our co-sourcing group chat about some terms, things like that. Right, okay, cool. Doesn't sound fun, does it? No, we're joking. Joking about kicking each other out, so that's fun. If you want to join my co-sourcing group chat, yeah, message me. Links always in the description of these videos, so yeah, message me. It's my link tree, through my link tree. Right, back 5 mile medium. Oh, Merry Christmas. I feel like I've seen this one before. Alright, so yeah, it's clearly quite dated. DFW, I've worked with those guys before. Yeah, needs new everything really, doesn't it? That's yeah, that's a kitchen I wouldn't stand for. Goodness me. It's weird, like people still live in these kind of kitchens, and swing space. And interesting, isn't it? You know, I feel so detached. This is reality. It's what people live with. All right. So perhaps it is also the probate, who knows. Right, so yeah, it looks like there's possibility, it's been reduced, great. So let's have a look at and it's still on the market, right? Great. And there's been back forth. So what was the back 5 million, that one again? Yeah, so this again, we're testing the theory now. This one also comes back on 3 times, but it's not, is it? It's been back once, back twice. So if this is quality, then maybe I do need to keep the search where I just track the back on 2 times. Navidad. This is a Spanish one, by the way. Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Forget that I've got people watching now. Oh, año de felicidad. Wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. There's no comparables in this one. So that is very difficult to ascertain what's going to go on. Just see if there are any 4-beds. This is quite a big 3-bed, wasn't it? We were at 110, yeah. So if it's 4-bed, perhaps we can go for 690. Well, that's not reassuring at all, because we were on 850. So no, not happy with that one at all, I'm afraid. Really did. So yeah, I mean, what do we think then? What do we think? Do we need this search back on this one? Basically, it's giving me chucking me a lot of stuff. Another 2 things here. But is it giving me quality? And is it giving me quality? Is it only just giving me the quality ones that are back on 5+? Hoopers, Andre, I know this guy, good guy. Completing his a master's law course, I think, while he's an estate agent. And yeah, it's a complete. This is the classic one you'd see on Homes of the Hammer, really. This type of thing. Yeah, classic. And actually, it hasn't had a kitchen fitted too long ago, has it? But cheapest of the cheap kitchens that's been fitted a few years ago. Right. Probably still a cottage. Cottage. I wouldn't call that a cottage, but. Okay, that's why I say to the filter, I guess, that, you know, I want to accept the other category of properties, because that's what a cottage would be. So top tip there, otherwise you miss out on this one. Listed also with another agent. There's only 1 comparable. I mean, that is 4, isn't it? Oh, no, it shows me 2. Tangent, what are you doing? Alright, so we want to be in the last 12. Maybe that's what it means. and we, yeah, that we're going nowhere there. So that's 1 mile away. Gosh, nothing. It's a difficult market. It's not a lot selling. So I'm going to put 2 beds as well. Why? Because, well, 70 whatever square meters is quite low for 3 beds, so that hasn't helped either. So just ascertaining the end value here would be based on experience. It could be based on, because this looks like a lovely little project, and there's side access. And let's see what we can do. Can we save this one? $95k in 1999, insane. 55k in 1999, 225 in 2006. So this is something you can do if you don't have any direct comparables. You can just, you know, have a little look on the street. What do you think? 585k in 2018. Do we have a listing? No, we don't. All right, but that you know, 585. Maybe we'll be alright. These properties here look smaller. I don't know how comparable they are, and I'm not seeing anything from them. Anyway, okay. My boys are able to compete with this. No way. So that has gone for 1.5 million. On the other side. I'm confused how that has gone for 1.5 million. Perhaps it's split up into flats, and therefore it's a commercial valuation, or I don't know. That's insane. Right, so this one's on the market for 500k. And it's not really selling, and it's in a better condition. Okay, so and that's also Hooper's. Okay, so they're trying to sell a project which needs quite clearly more than 25 grand's worth of work for only 25 grand less than one that is not the best, but livable. This is livable, so livable, and the other one absolutely needs about 60k's worth of work, and that's that. How I don't know how they can justify that. So, right, well, they've lost my interest in the project in that case. Yeah, I could do a bit more digging there, because let's say that one was on for 600k, I think, oh, maybe. Right, so no quality there. Is this back on 5 mile medium search worthwhile? Who knows? Let's have a look for quality here. This one reduced. Oh, was that a roof issue? No, actually, roof looks good. Roof looks really good. That's your property. I don't like alley kitchens. Right, that would be something that put me off, being in an alley there. But they have done it nicely. And yeah, not too bad, is it? You can maybe look to open it up or extend out the back. Here, that might be crying out for something to be there, because you got the kitchen there. They've decided not to knock this wall, at least, or you know, extend anything there. Okay, so let's look at the end value of maybe similar properties that have done that. So I'll include like 95 square meters, 100 square meters, because they might be the same footprint originally, and then they've extended out the back within permitted development. Is that something we can do here to get more value? Let's remember the property's on for 550, so perhaps negotiable to 500. Definitely should be, shouldn't it, really? No, I need to be a bit more gritty with my negotiations, just ignore the asking price a bit more, even though it is a sister sale, but they don't really know that. Like, obviously they know that it's not the conventional way of buying, but they don't, like, the vendor doesn't have to know that you're saving a bunch of money on stamp duty, do they? You can just say, we can get you a better price than this other investor. You don't have to say why. I think this is Bieber. Yeah, Justin Bieber. Oh dear. Okay. As I said, I might look at bigger ones. Let's just filter within. Oh, I've done it. Done it automatically. Let's have a look. So, no, that's obviously not big. This is a lot bigger. Okay, this is maybe done the. Wow, definitely done some sort of extension. Not lovely, but in fact, okay, don't think this is comparable with anything. This is a very uniform property. But I'm not seeing anything encouraging here. Alright, this one looks like it's been done up. 86 and it says well presented. Okay, let's have a look then. They haven't extended out the back, but that kind of suggests to me that there's not the justification in this area. Harrow, yeah, not the best area. Perhaps there's no justification within Harrow to do so. Yeah, so get tunes back on, and that's the end of my 45 minutes. So yeah, this is the ceiling value then, 650. I would say 650 ceiling value. When did they achieve that? March this year, so it's probably less now, probably like 620. I'll say that as a comparable. That is the only real valid comparable that we've had so far. Can we get any more? Can we get any more? Don't know why that's gone for so low. Yeah, no, I'm not crying hallelujah for this deal. It's yeah, it's not on. So again, yeah, this is back on 5 now. Yeah, not too great. Alright, so that is the end of the 45 minutes, and I wanted a Q&A, but honestly, I think it's just Paul here. If he wants to ask me some questions, let's see. Track them all, track them all, track them all, track them all. What? Don't delete any searches. Maybe. Maybe on Probator's owner got killed by a golf ball. I made that joke. Maybe Paul made that joke, and then I didn't look at the chat, and then I unintentionally stole it and laughed harder at myself. That could have happened. Because otherwise, Paul, you would have heard it and you wouldn't have typed it. But anyway, yeah, we both agree the owner of that property got hit by a golf ball, and now it's a probate. Oh, jeez, that's what we got from today. Christmas episode. Merry Christmas. Right, I'm gonna put it. Q&A. You got any questions? Got any questions for me? Numbers of the yeah, it's just a Sunday's just dead, isn't it? But I like a challenge, so getting people engaged on a Sunday is my challenge. Alright, so it's now the Q&A section. Let's set another 15 minutes as our sort of end of the live stream. 15 minutes Q&A. If there's no questions, you're not ending early. Oh no. I'm just going to set some goals for next week. So I think that one, I'm not going to say the postcode, but there was an auction one, right? There was reduced auction. And there's also this one here that's been reduced again. I'm looking at these. I'm definitely going to be miss chat again. Did I? Yeah. So I said, yeah, but great minds think alike, mate. We both made that joke, so that's cool. But I got to laugh at it myself saying it. Merry Christmas. Let's wear it this way. It's funny. So yeah, I'm gonna look at that auction one. I'm gonna look at the one on top of my pipeline there. And maybe that is going to be one that moves into my confidential pipeline for investors only, serious investors only. And see the I will just describe it. The Wembley. That is a property that we looked at. We analysed last week, right? So there's actually no point hiding it. We analysed it last week as a lease option, because there's no value to be added here. That this property has been modernised, you can see, but it's struggling to sell. This market is so difficult, so they need to get money out of it, and it worked until we got to the buying the property and then profiting from the rental yield. The mortgage would be too high, and that's something I've got to look into. I could actually open it up again to be get in here. This is the SA stuff, like all the figures on it that I worked out. You'd have that 90 rate, and you'd have the expenses, and you'd have compensated, so you'd probably have less to the landlord. Hang on, maybe negotiate 2.5 as your option fee, whatever, and then yeah, you're doing. Are you breaking even? Minus 45. It's almost break even at 50%. Let's see how low it would have to be. 2,450 to break even. Yeah, 2,450 makes the landlord break even. Great. But the issue was that that then jumped to, I think I put the figure just then, to 3,800 and something as a mortgage at the end of the deal, and then you saw how that impacted. In fact, I think it was worse than that. I think it was something like 4,000, and you could see that, well, you're just not going to be making money, unfortunately, at that stage. You're not going to be making money. Unless you're just nailing the fucking SA and getting, but getting 80% of it, it's not really happening, is it? So put this back. Nice friendly green numbers. Yeah. Try and get up the lease option one. Hang on. Options. This one. I think it was this one. Yeah, so now we'll just change the purchase price. It's going to go to 730. Let's see what happens. And we'll say the market value is still there. Don't know if it really is though. So has that helped things? Don't think it really helps much. Yeah, like more equity at the start. Yeah. More equity at the start. Return on investment's only 9% though. Cash invested. Cash returns. But that means you are at the position at the end of your option contract where you've got the option to buy the property at £730,000. You've been paid £20,000 to do so, to have that option, and you're able to pay the property for £730,000. But you've been paid 20 grand to do it, but you do need 175 cash to enact it. So it's really worth it. And well, yeah, you'd be paying for a property that's worth 850 grand now in 5 years' time. So that is, yes, that is a bargain. And I don't know, so here's the option where you buy and hold at the end, and unfortunately, yeah, you are not making money on that. But overall, you bought a property for 35 grand, and if we ignore the ROI, and well, if ROI, as in expecting a return for literally purchasing a property, is that'd be the best kind of lease options, I suppose, but if you ignore the cash flow minus 213, instead of holding, you're going to buy it, and essentially you've bought this £850,000 asset for, at the end of the day, 36 grand, and then you're going to sell it for 850, and you own 25% because that was your deposit. Then 25% of 850 is kind of a lot, let's say. So this might work as not a buy and hold lease option, but a buy and sell lease option, because what I'm saying is 850 divided by 0.25. I think this is how models work. Because your deposit is 25% and you're obviously paying it down. Or you just put it on interest only until you sell it, to be fair. Yeah, just do that actually. Put it on interest only until you sell it. And when you sell it, you get... That was the wrong sum. Come on, Elliot. That was the wrong... I'm sure Paul could see that coming from a mile off. This is the correct sum. So you would get... Mate... Well, you would buy a property for 36 grand and then you'd get 212 grand back on resale. So actually, return on investment's insane. So yeah, probably should keep this one tight to my chest if I can. But yeah, that's great. That's really exciting. Yeah. But it's based, but it's not a safe case. It's based on estimations in the future. But for the time being, you are getting 900 quid cash flow each month. But after having invested 222 grand, it's a bit... I don't know if I would go for it as an investor, but then when I look at this, I'm like, yeah, probably would go for it. And how would we put this into our calculator? May as well use the last few minutes for that, unless Paul's got any questions. I work out SA 50%, anything above don't bother. That's fair. I mean, I have put in, yeah, I have worked out 70%. I mean, it's Wembley. Oh, we've got some questions actually. So I said you'd have to negotiate. You'd have to negotiate during the option period something like 2,450 or less to get profit on the 50%, and I do believe that is doable. Paul, they'll be getting 3,200 maybe at market rent, and I'm saying, and they're not even planning to rent it; they want to flip it. But I'm saying, well, I'm literally going to pay you rent, market rent. I'll pay you like £2 grand. For the option, and I've paid you some option consideration, even though I haven't put that in here. But maybe that needs to be, maybe we need to think about that, to be honest. So I know that reduces this, but let's think about it. Anyway, so like I said, if I added that into this deal, the kind of flip after ownership, I'll call that. So finally own the property and your lease option, and then you're going to flip it on. If you did that, it would be return would be, you know, you have to pay for for selling fees. Minus legals. Hang on. Is watching me edit a spreadsheet very good content, Paul? I hope you think it is. Okay. Legals. Agency. I'll just keep it that simple. Selling costs. But basically, we have 25% of this, so it's going to be, yeah, your return, yeah, it's that. Actually, income because then your return is actually, we then need to remember that they've invested 35k, they're down 36k at this point. Money left in deal. Deduct money left in the deal, legals and agency. Okay, I think in my head this is making sense. Sell at end. There are other options you can do. You can just like hand the option to another investor, but I think if you're down 35k, then why would an investor pay more than that, like 50k for the option, and then what's the point? Like you've literally like 15 grand for 5 years. It's shit. So right, anyway, so whereas maybe a few hundred grand, as we're seeing here, would be alright. So we'll go 0.25 because that's buy to let. Mind you, hang on a minute. If you just wanted to flip it, if you didn't want to rent it out, you could get it on a 10% mortgage, couldn't you? But you don't want that, do you? Because you want to get more equity. And if you can't sell it, you want to be able to rent it out. So I think we'll stick with 1.25. It's all here. It's all hearsay. Right. Equals 0.25 times, what do we say? This 1H4. Yeah. So that's your income coming in. Money left in the deal equals H, whatever we are there, 20 minus H16, and then plus, because it's a hang on, what do we need to do it like this? It's because of minus to minus. Okay, let's do it like that for now. But then if it's positive here, we're gonna... yeah, I'll just put a little... little note in here. If H16 is green, this sum will fail. Oh, I don't know this song. Anyway, so that's cool, isn't it? So we've got basically 176 grand profit from investing, a total of £398,000. But is that how it works? Because then I was factoring equity into. Because this was already factoring in the equity. So that's not right. That's not right. So I was already factoring the equity here, so actually I need to do it a bit differently. I need to do not H20 minus H16. Oh, there we go. Should stop now and answer Paul's questions about Turkey. Minus H, yeah, I'm not doing it right. Minus the equity that we've already calculated. No, it's what I need is I need H16, I do. Can we do a plus minus in Excel? I don't know. because I need to take off this because I've already factored this into this calculation. Well, I'll tell you what, this is too complicated for my brain. What we'll do, basically, I need the true figure is that minus that because the equity is only realised when we do sell anyway. All right, so plus H 14 minus, yeah, because it's going to be a minus figure, so we do need to plus H14 minus H13. Yeah, that's more like it. So you've actually earned 57 grand. You've put in 398, you've earned 57 grand on this deal, assuming you had 70% occupancy. Again, like Paul's saying, not the best. So actually, I don't think this deal works, even though it's it. Although did this change the equity? H4 minus H2. H4 minus H2. Yeah, it did. Yeah. This is equity H4 minus H2. Yeah, the equity of iron. Yeah, and that does change. Obviously, the lower this is, the better this is, right? Oh. Ah, because it factors in the. Because you get less capital appreciation. Hang on, no, that can't be right. I need to fix this because just because I paid agreed price lower, the current market value, it should use this for the calculation. That's why I was getting confused. Okay, it's safe to say I should work this out. Hang on a minute. This might be something for after the stream. Let's wrap up the stream first, and then and then I'll fix my analyzer again. I just what a dear. Right. How do you find a property for sale? Can you still find properties for sale in newspapers? You're more likely to be able to answer that than me, Paul, mate. Probably, but it's probably not for sale. It's probably Omaze, the property lottery, advertising itself, all that tacky stuff. What's your views on the price of turkey this year? Let's go, I don't know, let's go lowball, let's go little. Turkey breast. Oh, that's on Waitrose. Hang on, little. Turkeys for Christmas dinner. Let's have a look. Oh, mate, it's the live stream slowing things down. So this will be a low end price at Lidl. It's $2.45 a kilo. It's not bad for any sort of meat. And this is, yeah, that's really cheap. The Crown, where they've done things for you, is more expensive. But large one turkey, okay, is 7 kilos times 2.45. Fuck, that's so cheap. Quite disgustingly cheap. We won't be beating the price yet, but you won't, will you? 250 times 7, so like 24 quid for a turkey. That's so cheap. Maybe you can tell from the way I am. My parents I think hard to get in Waitrose or M&S, so let's, for Christmas, you know, especially. So let's have, so it's 25 quid, let's say, for Lidl. Let's have a look at the Waitrose option. So my opinion on that, 25 quid for a turkey, a large turkey, I assume that one serves sort of 8 people, that's great. But what antibiotics has it been fed? What things have been injected with. Maybe these are better. Hello? Can I see some? Okay, maybe little wins there because something like turkeys. Whole turkeys. I. Oh, right, okay, fine. Right, so let's look at the largest one, because that's what it's only fair, that's what we did for Lidl. I've got so many different types of turkey, for fuck's sake, turkey is turkey. Number one, let's look at number one range, because that's number one free range. This one serves 10, right, it's 29, 30, basically £30 per kilo. But hang on, it's not going to be as big then. If it's 80 quid, £30 a kilo, it's only 2.5 kilo. What? Lidl's one was 7 kilos. Whoa, we need a bigger one. Ah, here we go. 7.5 kilos. This is the one. This is fair. So it's 14. Wow, okay. So this is 120 quid. And Lidl's was 20 quid. So my view on that is have less family members. So I don't know. I do like a good quality one at Christmas. My view is, isn't that a ridiculous price difference? Like, even think about other meats like chicken. You might be able to get a chicken for like 5 quid from Lidl, and then from Waitrose it'd be 20 quid. This is a decent price difference, but £20, 25 to 120, that's a huge price difference. So my view is, there's a massive price difference. Was Mary a virgin? Okay, all right, we're gonna stop there. I'm gonna fix my analyzer next, and then what else am I gonna do? Like I said, the auction one, the Wembley one, like we're doing just now, and I'm also, this is what I was always gonna do. I'm also gonna analyse, sort of do things that I didn't manage to do this week. I'm also still working on that other deal, so you know, don't put too much pressure on myself. But I do want to do this. I want to ring up all the agents I've had a solid relationship with. If they don't pick up the phone, fine, just email. They can either see before or just after Christmas. Wish them a happy Christmas. I'd say, you know, remind them of my criteria and just say thanks for working with me. Let's work together more in 2026. I think that's a great thing to do. So, just put their ring agents about the new year. Now, will there be a live stream next week? Maybe, but also maybe not. Might just might do something else because it's Christmas week. Maybe everyone else is off. I don't know if there's going to be that much point, but I might do it. I'll let you know. It'll be something like the 28th of December. Yeah. I mean, nobody does anything in those days anyway, so it might actually turn out to be quite good to do one. Let's see. So no guarantees. Otherwise, it would be the next Sunday, like 4th of Jan or something like that. All right. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah. Merry Christmas. Oh, this song's ending now as well. Is it? So it's Christmas. Buble again. I think my singing's improved. There we go. Right. Thank you very much. Ho, ho, ho. All of that. Have a good Christmas.